What is happening, guys? Welcome back to the Get Started Strong guide for Lords of the Fallen. Today we're going to tackle the Ascent to Pilgrim's Perch. So to start out, we are going to make our way out through the left side of the vestige. So the vestige is right up there. We're going to travel out the left side. We're going to go down here. You can talk to this dude. This dude's basically just a general asshole and trying to get you to give him his lamp, or your lamp. But so that's just ignore him, because we're not going to do that. We're not going to give him our lamp. We sort of need our lamp for what we're going to be doing. So we're going to run out here. We're going to grab this right here. This is very important. Do not miss this. The old Mount Mornstead spear. This is going to be very, very useful for this upcoming section. Right now we can put on just the spear or have a spear and weapon too, spear and sword too. So the cool thing about this game is you can dual blade, power stance, different weapons. So if you wanted to go a short sword and a long sword, or two giant swords, or two giant hammers, or a spear and a giant hammer, you could do that. Each one is going to have a different, unique moveset, which is really cool, actually. I mean, the combat, you know, in this game has very cool loopholes and very cool things you can do with it. So with that, we're going to go up here. And like I said, you can choose to use just the spear in this next section, or use dual, like I'm going to do. Both are great approaches. And you're going to come up here, you're going to talk to this dude. This is basically patches. Very trustworthy patches, though, for that matter.
What's a poor? I gave away more, but I know it doesn't look like
He's going to give you a stick. This stick is actually used for quest way later on. This stick actually becomes a very super powerful weapon later on. It's pretty funny. But if you run through his dialogue, he ends up being a merchant. But he does end up being a merchant, just not at the moment. So next time we see him, you'll be able to buy stuff from him, though. So we're going to go down here. We're going to drop straight down on this corner piece. There's going to be an enemy we're going to take out right there. Take him out. Otherwise, he's going to push you off. So take him out. Then we're going to take this dude out. And then you can break all this stuff if you want to, just to see if you're missing any items. There really is not too many items to miss up here, though, so you don't have to worry about that too much. We are in Umbral right now, too, so just remember that. We should have went out of Umbral. I don't know why we're in Umbral, to be honest. But yeah, these guys push hard. We'll get out of Umbral here in a second. There's going to be something up there we'll be able to use to get out of it. We're going to jump down here. There's going to be a mage right on the other side of this. So, actually, we're going to just roll into this. Grab that. And the map of Pilgrim's Perch Ascent, that's going to tell you where to go, but I'll lead you through. You don't have to worry about that. That guy's going to fall. Where'd he go? I'm going to go down with a plunging attack. There we go. Plunging attack is very strong in this game. If you ever are struggling with something and you have a ledge, you can use a plunging attack to do a lot of damage. So we're going to leave Umbral, though. Get back our life. And the cool thing is, too, you see how that vigor thing is laying right there? We can actually use our lamp to sweep that up. We don't actually have to go get that by hand. So anytime you kill enemies in the distance, if their vigor is left behind, you don't actually have to go up there to collect it. You can just sweep it up and it will be swept up. So pretty cool little thing there. We're going to go down here. We're going to roll here. Break all these things. We're going to grab this, upgrade materials, or I'm sorry, vigor skull, not upgrade materials. We're going to grab that, and then we're going to coax a lot of these enemies into this corner to fight them. So there's going to be a group of enemies that comes out. We're going to take out what we can by ranged, or the thing is, a lot of these enemies will hear you from a far away. So we're going to bring them over here so we can fight them over here in this corner. Because otherwise mages are going to be shooting at us, and that's no fun. We're going to take out these guys. There's another one. There should be two guys that come at you here. They don't want to fight you in this corner because they know that the mages can't protect them. But after you kill that dude, you can run over here and kill this mage right away. And then you can just slaughter all these guys. These guys actually don't hurt you. They're just going to bow in front of you and wait for you to execute them. But they are free runes, though, so There's a mage shooting at me. He's going to be up there on that side. We can throw a hammer at him if you get an attempt to here. Wait for him to throw his magic at me, and then I'm going to throw a hammer at him. Or do that, I can pull him off. So that's another thing. Soulflay charges will allow you to pull people off, too. That mage probably fell. Yep, he did. And that pulling enemies off is going to come in handy here later on here in the next area of this section. So we're just going to take out all these guys. Sweep up all this vigor. I like it because it's like a sweeper. You kill some enemies and you sweep up the vigor. Pretty cool. I do like that approach. There used to be a mage up there before they patched the game, but then they moved him, so no need for that. I don't think they replaced it with an item. Did they? Did they put an item up here? Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, okay, cool. Ammunition pouches. Sweet. Yeah, whenever you pick up small mana stones, you also pick up ammunition too. So if you are an ammunition user like we're going to be, you're never going to be left out, which is pretty great. Alright, so these butterflies right here, this means that there's a remembrance there in the other realm. So, we're going to go into Umbral. We're going to grab that.
Oh, hallowed sentinels.
And then we're going to rest.
Blessed representatives of the Holy Church cleric.
And get the
My
vestige.
soul.
And I think we still got the vestige, or I think we still got it, but it's hard to say. I wish they would actually have like a marking on them like that, so that if we did get the scouring from them, you might want to make sure you did get the scouring from it, but if not, it's not a big deal. But like I said, that's going to be used to get boss weapons later on, so it is important. So this next boss fight can be a little tricky. It's actually going to be probably the most trickiest thing you do in this Get Started guide. What we're going to do is actually, we're going to just fight him with the spear. We're not going to worry about using another weapon. We're going to just use a spear. We do have 4,000 runes here, so let's get a level here. We might even be able to get another one here too. There we go. So we're already at almost 25 strength. That's our soft cap for what we need for our weapon. Then we'll pump agility to 18 then from there. We're going to go up here. A few things we're going to do here. But first of all, we're going to take out this. There's a cage here, but that cage does not exist in Umbral, so we're going to go through it. And grab that. That armor actually is not good at all, but if you want to pick it up, that way you have it. Broken bucket. You know, if you wanted to play with a broken bucket, now you can do that. And then over here, there's another thing. You want to go through here? Oh shit! Well, that's okay though, because we wanted to get this item anyway. So, if you wanted to drop down and use that, it'll be some bleed resistance balm if you want to use that too. This next boss can use bleed on you, so just so you know. We are going to heal though, because I didn't mean to fall there actually. Yeah, Umbral can be trippy sometimes. You're like, you think you're in the Umbral realm for a second, and then you're like, oh yeah, wait, I'm just using the lamp. Which, crossing small bridges, that's not a problem, but crossing a section like that and using something in Umbral, like, as you see, if I flash my lamp over there, that's what we were trying to do, and obviously that exists in Umbral, that meaning that I have to go to Umbral to do that. We're going to run across here, we're going to run to the left, we're going to run back here, break these boxes, we're going to use our lamp to go through this wall, we're going to grab this. This is your Empyrean Grenade. We're going to need to use that for a side quest later on, but we can also put that on our throwables at the moment as well. So we'll have that. And that's not what I wanted to do. And then we're going to drop down here. I think there was an item over here, but might as well check. Alright. She's just gonna like tell you basically that there's somebody down there to fight. Just ignore her. You don't have to really talk to her. Not a big deal. To start off, we're gonna take out this one first. And once we walk through these doors, the boss fight is gonna start, but she's not gonna come at us right away. So we have a little bit of time to talk. We're gonna run out here though. We're gonna take out this dude, and then the boss is gonna notice us. So let's talk about this boss. This boss is going to be basically a dexterity type of boss. She's going to use holy, she's going to use a whip with a chain on it, try to whip you, jump around. The first part of this fight, she's just going to walk really slowly. That's going to be a very easy part. The second part of this can be a little hectic. She's going to use out this tornado magic thing. When that happens, we're going to use these pillars right here to hide behind, and that tornado is going to blow up in front of us, so we won't get damaged. And then we're just going to really try to get her as much as we can with heavy attacks. She's really weak to heavy attacks, and the spear is great for this fight. So let's give it a try. And also Soulflay charges too. Don't forget about Soulflays if you see an opportunity to. But this is not the best fight to use that with. So we're going to go down here to activate this. As you see, she's being protected right now. So we're going to suck up this soul over here, and that's going to blow up so she already has lost that ability to basically be buffed. So how I like to do this, I like to do some charge attacks with the spear. As you see, it's good damage. Dodge. Dodge. First phase is really simple. Nothing to it, really. Let her hit first, and then you just dodge. Very easy to posture break, too, on this. She doesn't have a lot of poise. Now she's gonna get her second ability though. Now is where things spin up a little bit. So this is where she's gonna spin up a tornado. We're gonna stand behind here. We're gonna let that blow up. And you see, as 2 hits, if we weren't careful enough there, we died. And the spear, you would think, would have more range, but it does not. So we're already in a kind of a tight predicament for this fight. You usually don't want to die just yet in a fight. Umbral's great, but... See, the spear... You'd think the spear would be able to reach longer. That's one of my complaints with the spear. She's going to do her tornado thing. She telegraphs it. Wait till her to spawn that out. I'm going to throw some hammers at her. She's going to do that again. That actually did hit us. Use these things to block her too if you want to. They actually work great for that. We're going to die though because we got put into a corner there. Like I said, this is probably going to be the hardest fight because we are doing this on, like, no vigor. This is not what the game intended you to do right away. At this point, you know, it expects you to be a little bit more leveled up at this point. I mean, we destroyed her in my Let's Play, but we had a little bit better start, too, in the Let's Play. But that was also unneeded farming, too. So I'm trying to do this guide with a very little amount of farming as possible. So with that, you know, comes some... you know, struggling with some of these early bosses, but, you know, you sacrifice some time to take out these guys, and then the rest of this guide, you know, or the rest of your playthrough, for that matter, is going to be really, really smooth sailing. Yeah, don't get down, though. She is kind of tough, though, in this, you know, at this early on, so... just take your time. Like any Souls game, you know, it comes with time, practice. There we go. Once you hear that little click noise, you know that she has no longer... See how much poise damage she does? Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of poise. First part of this fight's real simple. Second part's when it gets difficult. So you gotta try to break your stance too with those kicks. Oh wow. She actually tried to... I'm gonna throw some hammers here. Behind our wall. Yeah, her second phase, she has a little bit more poise, but she still does. It is weak to heavy attacks. Remember, 2 taps on the dodges roll. 1 is just a skip. And the skip is good enough for majority of the fights, but there's times where and she might be dead here. Yep, we got her. Oh, she died on the wall. But yeah, that might take a couple tries to get. Use the heavy attack. The heavy attack is going to be the way to do that fight. Alright, so we're going to run down here, and we are going to actually go into Umbral, because there's going to be another upgrade for our flask here. We're going to grab that. And also then loot anything else here that you missed. There's going to be some things around here. You want to loot some of these too, you know, for more extra runes. Go ahead. And I believe then the only other thing here was if we go back up the ladder, we're going to go get that other thing we missed here. Where was that at? Was that up one more? That was up one more, wasn't it? That was up... Oh, shit. One thing I do have a complaint about this game is darkness. The darkness is a lot of times way too damn dark. I feel like with the lamp we carry around, it should put out way more light. And the fact it doesn't, it's quite funny. Grab this. Go back across. And right back down. All right. Alright, so we're going to upgrade our Sandy, our Sand and Werex, so we're going to go back to good old Skyrest. Get another level on that.
Our holy work continues, Lamb. Fellow sanctified vessel, may Aureus' divine radiance flow through me and into you.
Alright, and we're going to get another couple levels in strength here. Oh, we should be able to get one more level, I think. See if that's enough. There we go. Strength is almost already at 25. Alright, let me check the notes real quick. Alright, so I just looked through the notes, and that is actually everything from this episode I had written down. So, with that, I mean, I guess it's only a 20-minute episode. I guess In my prep, it took me a little bit longer to take out Sister. Sister, we got through a lot faster. But we're going to continue through that section and go on to the real Pilgrim's Perch on the next episode. So a lot of good joys there. On the next episode, you'll see, we're going to be running through a lot of enemies because the next section has a lot of enemies. So get ready for that, guys. Much more coming soon.